All right, boys, we got a brutal trade recap today for February 11th. What is today? Wednesday, February 11th. Took a loss here on the market open, and then we proceeded to flush, and this was the most textbook flip ever. And it's brutal, but it's definitely one that's very, very valuable and easy to learn from. And it goes back to the root cause of pretty much all my losses and I feel like all my losses are pretty much the same in this fact, and so we're gonna go over that. So it sucks, it's humbling, but it's necessary to take this experience and learn from it. So going over the loss coming into the morning, I was originally bullish. This was the only high that NQ could potentially target. ES was potentially making its ways to all-time highs and buy-side liquidity up here. So NQ, this candle close here looks very, very bullish coming into the morning. But here's the thing. Let me just go to my daily bias from the Discord just because it gets my thoughts in order here. So I think buy side will get taken relatively quickly upon market open. Probably won't be able to target though because it's already very, very close. However, that's the only valid long target for NQ. Also said if we sell off, there's plenty of draws lower, but need clear displacement to validate short. So this is what the market looked like coming into the market open. A very, very strong bullish candle from news. Buy side ahead. At this point in time, it looks like that's where we're going to go. However, coming back to the charts here, where this trade went wrong is we have already come up and wicked out the internal hourly high here, coming to the 15-minute. So market opens, we've already wicked out the internal high, and so that's the first sketchy thing. And then coming to the 1-minute chart, we tap this 15-minute and then come back up and wick the internal high again. And this is why this trade did not play out, right? You can call it a premature entry. You can call it, we haven't actually confirmed this draw on liquidity higher. That's the biggest premise, is the winning trades happen when we are trending, and this draw on liquidity that we're trending to has been confirmed, and it's all about just getting a safe entry, with a retrace and catching that continuation higher to the buy side liquidity. After sweeping out this internal high, after sweeping out this hourly high, we don't yet have confirmation that we are actually 100%, I won't say 100%, but the draw on liquidity is not yet confirmed that we're actually going to go higher. What would confirm it? Displacement above, and then you could enter on a pullback to a gap, something like that. Now, what I said with my pre-market analysis is probably not going to be able to take a trade because we are already so close to this buy side liquidity. And that's the thing, is this trade is, I don't want to say forced, but this trade is taken on a good A+ textbook trade. When this draw on liquidity is confirmed, we're so close to it that once we displace above these internal highs, there's probably not going to be enough room for a pullback and an entry to get a safe at least 1-to-1 trade to the buy side liquidity, because we're already so close. There's not enough room for price to continue actively trending towards it and get an entry. So that's the thing, is we never confirmed it by displacing past the hourly swing high over here or the internal swing high that was put in, right? We come up and immediately sell back off. Yes, we react out of the 15-minute. Yes, we do have a draw on liquidity higher, but that's not confirmed yet. So reacting out of this 15-minute and getting a displacement candle here, it doesn't really matter because draw on liquidity is king. Having a confirmed draw on liquidity is king when trying to take good trades in the market. That's what I'm trying to nail home in my head. And this is when all of my losses, it seems like, happens when the draw on liquidity is not yet confirmed, and we're either in a range or we have failed to break out of and close above internal highs to confirm the next draw, that we're actually going to go to the next draw. So I hope that makes sense. So, this was decent displacement. I liked this candle close. But for those reasons, and entering the trade, man, I felt it. I was like, man, like I kept waiting for displacement here, and I kept zooming out, looking at the 1 hour. I'm like, dang, this looks bad. We've wicked it out. And then looking at the 5 minute, like we came up and wicked it and sold back down. Look at the 15 minute, it's just a wick and we sell back down. So I'm like, do I really want to take this? And then I saw this nice displacement candle, ended up slapping it on, and I took a loss because of it. So, it really sucks, because then we come down and we actually start to displace lower through this 15-minute fair value gap. The 5 minute starts to move efficiently and close bearish candles. At this point in time, when this 5 minute candle closes, it's like, okay, we failed to continue higher multiple times and we're displacing lower. Where else are we going to go? All this generated sell side liquidity. We have a data low and then the 1 hour swing low down here. It's like that's confirmed at this point, and I annotated this in live time, and it sucks because I'm locked myself out of my account. I've taken my max loss in the day, protecting my capital, but I'm locked out of my account and I'm just seeing this play out, and it's just a gut-wrenching, hopeless feeling because you know exactly where the market's going to go and you're not able to execute on it. So I literally, like I said, annotated this out in live time. We displaced lower, 5 minute strong candle close, pull back to a 1 minute displacement out of it, a nice rejection wick, and then clear displacement out of it. Enter on this candle close, wait for continuation lower. I even annotated a break-even point. Once we had a little bit of a pullback and continued lower, once we started to close lower, there's no point in time, or there's no reason for the market after this candle close to come back up to the entry point, right? So mock went and break even here. You could also have gone break even at the data low and then held to the 1 hour sell side. This would have been the typical break even point for me, because of where the RR was, because there was still all this generated sell side liquidity, and this was the main draw. And you can see we take it, and then what do? We come up and we start chopping. This was the main objective for the day, and it's as simple as that, man. So it sucks taking a loss on an XFA, but the good news is winners eat losers, right? I'm still slightly green on the week, and I've got to go, so I'm trying to hurry up this video. Still slightly green on the week, and the biggest thing is learning from this loss. I know exactly why it didn't play out, and coming into tomorrow, coming into the rest of the week with a clear mind, not trying to force anything to make back this loss, right? Just executing based on what I see on the charts, not based on my P&L. This is how the prop firms get you. This is how traders fail these accounts, is because they get attached to the dollar amount up here on the P&L. The P&L does not matter at all. All that matters is the data that's being given on the charts. And I know exactly why this trade didn't play out. And then it's followed by the most textbook setup ever. So you can't think about the potential profits that I could have had, because this would have been a 2-hour trade. You can't think about that, right? You just have to, this is the hard part about trading, but it's the necessary part. It's the part that's necessary in order to actually improve and become profitable and pull money from these markets, right? I could have executed a lot better today. But the thing is like, once you take this loss, what are you going to do about it? I could have broken my rules here and made back 1 R on the day. I could have made $500 on the day instead of losing $500. But what is that going to do in the long run, breaking my rules and taking multiple trades in a day? That's going to hurt me, right? So it's all about, I'm really proud of myself because I've had a good mindset about this loss here, and I followed my rules today. In terms of only taking 1 loss, locking myself out, And those are the habits that's going to actually make me profitable in the long run. Today is only one day in my trading career. A one loss does not define me, and it's more motivating, like seeing this and knowing exactly why things didn't play out, exactly why I took a loss today. And it's all about just waiting for trending price action towards a confirmed draw on liquidity. Zooming out to the 5-minute chart, it's as simple as this. We wick out these internal highs. Is this next high confirmed yet? No, we have not continued past these internal highs. So why would I think we're going to come to this buy side liquidity? Look at these internal wicks. It's that simple. We have draws lower. We've failed to go higher. We start displacing lower. So are these draws on liquidity confirmed? I would say so. And it's as simple as that. You can see how much cleaner the price action moves here versus here. And I knew once I entered this trade and we got this, the very next candle closed down like this, I knew I was screwed, and I was just sitting in this knowing that I was eventually going to get stopped out. And, you know, that's just trading for you, man. So, gonna learn from this. Like I said, still green on the week, so if you can end the week green, there's nothing to complain about as a trader. So not going to be attached to the P&L. Going to come into Thursday, Friday, just ready to execute if opportunity is presented. So it's as simple as that. Let me know if y'all guys took a trade this morning. I thought this short was super, super clear. Yeah, took a loss up here. So let me know what if you took a trade this morning. Hopefully, if you took a loss, you can have the same mindset as me. Let's just learn from it and move on, because losing happens in trading, man. It's all about what you do when you do lose, and you do like how are you going to come back from it. So that's my mindset. So like I said, bro, I'm jacked. I'm ready to just get back to it tomorrow, and keep at it, keep building good habits, because that's what's actually going to pay off in the long run. So I appreciate y'all watching. This one was brutal, but it is what it is. I will see you tomorrow in the market recap. Appreciate you. Peace.